We'll be going over ISTE standards for teachers and students, as well as explaining what the SAMR model is and how it pertains to the classroom. First off, ISTE standards for teachers goes as follows. The first standard is fostering student learning and creativity in the classroom and outside of the classroom. The second standard states that as a teacher, you should design digital age assessments and lessons. This just means keeping up with the technology and design in the classroom to engage your students. The third standard discusses how teachers need to keep up to date on technology and model digital age learning. The next standard for teachers is to be a role model online and be responsible with the things that they post. The last standard states that by using technology in the classroom, you should engage in leadership and help your students grow as you're growing. I will now move on to ISTE standards for students. ISTE is supposed to promote many qualities in students and enhance them. Some of these qualities include being an empowered learner, digital citizen, knowledge constructor, and an innovative designer. The other three are being a computational thinker, creative communicator, and global collaborator. One standard that I would like to point out is being a digital citizen. Basically, this just means treating people how you would in real life, except for a kid this is very hard to do because a lot of times they forget that someone else is behind the other computer screen. I think this is probably the most important standard for students because with all of the cyberbullying that's going on, this standard needs to be paid attention to the most. Now the SAMR model. The SAMR model is basically a Bloom's taxonomy for teachers. This model shows how effective their technology is in the classroom. There are 4 different levels and 2 sections. The 4 levels are redefinition, modification, augmentation, and substitution. The 2 sections are called transformation and enhancement. Let's go over substitution. This is where the technology that is being used acts as a substitute for something more old, if you will. An example of this is writing a song. You can write a song on a paper, or you can write it on your computer, which might come out a little bit clearer. Augmentation is where you're doing the same thing, but better. Using this example, instead of writing a song on a paper, you can use a program on your computer to make it easier, and maybe you could even listen to a digital version of it. These 2 are the enhancement part. The next 2 are for transformation. Modification is redesigning the task at hand. Instead of just writing that song, a student can publish the song so that other people can see it and play that, and they could also get feedback on it from people around the world. Redefinition is the most important stage in what everything is leading up to. A task that was impossible to do previously can now be done thanks to technology. A student can play his or her song and post it on YouTube and possibly use it for a project. The student can also edit it and make it sound better in one of the apps on their computer. Technology can greatly help students and make real advances in learning. Students have a lot more available to them now, and it's great that they are learning how to use these tools. In order to learn how to use these tools, teachers have to know how to use the technology in the first place. This is why technology is important to integrate into the classroom.